The ray model of light is light travels in straight lines. Okay? Even when it reflects, it bounces off and then travels in a straight line. And then even in refraction, it bends and then goes in a straight line. So it does not curve. Okay? Only bends due to reflection or refraction. So light travels in straight lines. That's the ray model of light. So basically, if I have a light bulb, it's one of the better light bulbs I've drawn. Light travels away from it in straight lines. It does not bend, it does not curve, it goes in a straight line. So, types of mirrors, see notes 1. We've already talked about them. The types of mirrors are flat mirrors, plane mirrors, concave, which are converging mirrors, and convex, which are diverging mirrors.
Are flat mirrors and plane mirrors the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Here's how you set up your ray diagrams. The first thing you do is you draw a long, perfectly straight line across your paper. That's why you need a ruler, because it's got to be straight. Oh, geez. See, I say it's got to be straight, and then I immediately mess it up. There we go. It's disappointing. Disappointing. Yeah. Disappointing. This is step 1, and it's called the principal axis. Oh gosh, principal, not pal. There we go. All right, spelling. I never learned how to spell. Like literally, I never took a spelling test, so I don't actually know how to spell. I've just gotten used to words over the years. Okay. Principal axis. Step 2, draw your mirror. Now, you're going to draw whatever type of mirror the problem says. And the types of mirror are concave, or convex, or flat or plane mirrors. We're almost always going to do one of these two. So let's go ahead and just draw a concave mirror. It does not matter how big you draw it. It does not matter how curvy you draw it. It does not matter any. Just draw it. That's all you got to do. Just draw it. Yes?
Does it matter where it is on the line?
No. However, it's usually a good idea to put it in the middle or slightly offset to the right. Okay, step 3. You need a vertical axis. And the vertical axis is going to be a straight up and down line that touches the edge of the mirror. Just kind of grazes the edge of the mirror. But let's do a better job. Come on, son. There we go. That's much better. Yes, it needs to be straight. I was just being foolish. All right. Next step. Focal point. The focal point is going to be given to you. It'll always be given to you if you're drawing. Okay? The focal point is where light focuses. Shocker. So you're going to go ahead and put it on there. It doesn't matter where you put it, but measure some number and put it at that spot. I'm going to go ahead and put mine at 4 centimeters. You can put it wherever you want it to go. On the problems, I will give you where it should go. That's called step 4. That is the focal point, which is a capital F. Okay? Last step. Hold on, let me make sure I got the last step. Oh, second to last step. I knew there was one I was forgetting. Okay, you need to make something called the center of curvature. Center of curvature is double what F is. So if F is 4 away, then C is 8 away. And this is always 2 times F. Always, 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 always. I will never tell you what C is because I will always tell you what F is. So all you have to do is double it, and that's what C is. And then now the last step is you're going to draw the object. You put the object wherever it says to put it. I will always tell you where to put the object. I'm going to put mine at 6. And it'll also tell you how big the object is. So you draw the object as big and where it says. Okay? That's how you set up every single problem. Yes?
Does the object have to be inside C and F?
No. Sometimes it'll be in front of F. Sometimes it'll be behind C. It doesn't matter where the object is. It might be right at C. It could be in a bunch of different places. Yes?
C is 2 times F. What is that? Like the distance from our mirror? Is that
Yes, yeah. So it's measured. It'll tell you what it is, and it's how far it's measured from the mirror. Yep. Yep. All right. Let's do number 4. But in order to do number 4, I want to actually start on number 5. So number 5 says a 2 centimeter arrow is placed 5 centimeters in front of a concave mirror, has a focal length of 3 centimeters. Draw the ray diagram, find the image's location, which is DI, find the size, which is HI, and instead of where it says and magnification, cross out magnification, and determine the type of image. We'll get to that here momentarily. Okay, we're going to set up the principal axis and all the things just like we did. I like to put my paper so that I have as much room as possible, so I'm going to put mine horizontally across my paper. I want you to set up the principal axis, and I want to see if anyone can beat me. Ready, go.
I looked up, he's already like 3 steps ahead.
I may have solved some of these in the past.
This one doesn't matter. He's already done. So it doesn't matter.
It does matter, Frenchette, okay? It's the most important thing you're going to do all day.
No, it's not. I got a quiz today.
No, losing to me is way more important than that.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
See? Glad you agree.
I didn't agree.
Nope, you definitely agreed. You said okay.
I gave up already. Next one. Half the class did.
Good.
User experience go.
We'll set it up.
See what I don't understand.
You guys set it up so it looks like that.
I got my straight line. Oh,
Yeah, the other things.
that's how it works, sir. See, I just don't understand what this. I understand it. I just don't want to. I don't like drawing.
Well, you got to draw it because that's how you do the problem.
I did the other side.
The first line we have to draw. We're going to draw 3. So I guess the first thing that we have to do, step 1, or we'll just call it like step A or preliminary or whatever. The first thing you have to do is set up the principal axis. So that's what we did here. We just set up the principal axis for the problem. So that's the first thing you have to do. Second thing you have to do is you have to draw 3 lines. God bless you. Draw 3 light rays. Now, you're not going to draw any 3. You're going to draw 3 specific ones. The first one you're going to draw is going to be parallel to the principal axis and reflect through the focal point. So you're going to make a light ray that's parallel to the principal axis and going to reflect through F. You always want to start at the top of the object. So, I'm going to start at the top of the object here. I'm going to make a light ray that is parallel to the principal axis, and then it reflects through F. So, I start at the top of my object. I'm going to draw it. Now, I don't go to the mirror. I go to that vertical line. And that's because we don't know how curved the mirror is, so you don't want your curvedness to mess up your problem. So you go to that vertical line. So it's parallel to the principal axis, and then it goes through F. And I like to make my reflections dashed so I can tell the difference between my reflection and my incident ray. That's just me. I also like to go backwards through the mirror to show where it looks like the light came from. And make it an arrow to show which direction it's going. There we go. Light ray number 1. Second line. This one's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Through F and reflect parallel to the principal axis. Oh my gosh, it's the exact opposite. Through F and then reflect parallel to the principal axis. So, I'm starting in the exact same place. I'm using a different color. You can use colors if you want, or you can just use your pencil. That's totally fine. I'll get some color pencils out when we do these in the future. Again, straight to where that vertical line is. Reflect parallel to the principal axis. Try to make it as flat and as parallel as you can. It does make a difference. Yes, sir.
How do we know where to go to?
So you always go to the vertical line that you draw. So you always go to this vertical line.
Like,
Through F. Yep, through F. So we're going to connect the object to C and connect the object to the mirror. So I'm connecting C and the object. I'm drawing a line that's going to basically follow that pattern. It's going to go towards the mirror, and then it's going to reflect